welcome back to another H&R Lifestyle video. If you guys are new here, don't forget to check out all of our other videos on our channel and follow along with us on our journey to starting a family and all along the other milestones in our life. So with that being said, today's video is all about what I'm doing to keep myself healthy when trying to conceive a baby and trying to keep, everything together, being financially and healthy. So with that being said, let's get on into the video. So the first thing that I'd like to talk to you guys about is healthy eating. I'd like to explain a little bit about what I was doing before to what I am doing now that's kind of different. So before I was trying to get pregnant and when I was on birth control, I was the person who would skip breakfast. I wouldn't eat breakfast. I didn't want to eat breakfast. I just wanted to skip it, get it over with, eat something small for lunch, and then have a big dinner/supper. Now that I'm trying to get pregnant and I'm off birth control, I have changed my eating habits in the sense of I'm eating breakfast now just because, I feel like 3 meals a day is what you're supposed to take. And even though I'm not a big breakfast eater, this is just something that I think I need to do. And I've been feeling a heck of a lot better since I have, started eating breakfast. I feel happier when I wake up. I feel more energized. I have more energy for the day. And it's definitely made a positive impact. So basically, my meal layout is, for breakfast, I eat a granola bar with some fruit, so apple, orange, grapes, raspberries, blueberries, anything like that. For lunch is when I try to get my vegetables, so I usually make myself a cheese and cucumber sandwich, or I have cheese and carrots and cucumber with a little bit of vegetable dip, that kind of thing for lunch. And then moving on to supper is usually when we have like potatoes, meat, so whether it be chicken, fish, beef, whichever kind of meat, and then we have like a vegetable as well as potatoes, like I've already said. And that is basically our layout of our meals now. And then the other thing that I've changed is my intake of water. Before, I would drink juice. I've never been a pop drinker. I don't drink pop at all. So basically, I would drink juice, like apple juice, orange juice, raspberry juice, any kind of juice. That was my go-to drink. And then I would maybe have half a glass of water a day, if that. Now I drink 2 bottles of water a day to keep myself hydrated as well, and I've cut down my intake of juice, the sugary juices, and that kind of thing. So definitely my water intake has changed. My vegetable intake is a major change because I'm not a fan of vegetables. I'm more of a fruit eater than a vegetable eater. So that is the second change, is my water intake for sure. The next thing I'd like to talk to you guys about is my exercising. Before, I work from home. I own my own business, so I'm constantly at home. And before, I would literally sit at my one spot in my house. I wouldn't move. I didn't want to, in the summertime, we always go for walks. I've always been one that wants to go for a walk. I always get my exercise in somehow. But during the wintertime, I find that I just sit around, and when I'm running my business, I sit in the same spot 24/7 basically until it's time for me to put my work away, or I think it's okay for me to be done for the day. So basically now I've changed it where if I'm making a phone call, I try to walk around my house. I walk up and down my stairs a few times a day just to kind of keep my exercise up. Right now it is getting warmer out, so I've been going for walks around the neighborhood a few times a week, which has been really helpful. The exercising and stuff like that has been really helpful for me and has really, again, made my body feel better and makes me have more energy for the day to actually get my work done. Before, when I wouldn't eat breakfast and stuff, I would just sit there kind of lazily at my work and, be bored and tired and just not having a great time. Definitely, my mood has changed a lot since being off birth control, but now it has been like a whole new light of, myself, now that I've been eating, like I said, my breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and drinking that much water, and getting my little bit of exercise in, whether it is I walk up and down my stairs 6 to 5 times a day, or walk around my house when I'm talking on the phone, rather than just sitting, at my workspace, which is basically my counter/dinner table, and, it's been really great for me. So the next thing that I'd like to mention is something that I have been recently doing, but kind of not recently doing. I've been on and off before, but now it's been kind of like an everyday thing. I have been taking vitamins. So what I mean by vitamins is I take an omega-3 just because it is recommended for me to take an omega-3 from my eye doctor, because I have a thing called Bell's palsy. If you guys would want to know more info on that, I would be willing to also make a video on that. Mine is not as bad as what other people has had it. I have like a minor case of it, but when it first happened, it was a major case of it, but I've kind of come out of it over the years. So omega-3 is just to keep my glands in my eyelid, that, you know, like your water ducts and stuff, open, because mine would clog off and then I'd end up with like little bumps underneath my eyelids that would have to go get surgically, you know, released or whichever, or emptied, if you must say so. So I've been taking omega-3, which before I'd be like, whatever, I'll just take that when I think I need to. Now I've been trying to take it at least, you know, once a day, if not every second day. I've been definitely taking it more than usual, and then my vitamin C has been an everyday thing. Once I get paid, I'm hoping to start folic acid, because it is recommended to take folic acid if you're trying to get pregnant, and then of course throughout your pregnancy. So I am hoping to start that, but right now payday is coming up and I really would like to wait until payday just so I can have more savings in my bank for payday, and then I can start on my folic acid. So now moving on to like the financial and that kind of thing that's been helping. And basically what Ryan and I do, we have separate incomes and separate bank accounts, and that's just, you know, that is the way that we are doing it, because we aren't married, we're still dating, we're not engaged, but this is something we've been together for quite a while, and basically a long time that we're at the stage where we want to start a family. So what I do, at least with my paycheck, is I put money away or aside, or whenever Ryan and I take bottles in, that money goes into a jar and that gets put away for when we are pregnant, so we can afford baby stuff, or when we do have the baby, it can go towards after we have the baby or while we're pregnant. It doesn't matter to us as long as it goes towards a family. Whether we decide to, you know, maybe we won't need that extra money when we have the baby, but we want to take a family vacation when the baby's like 2 or something like that, then we have that extra money put aside. We don't know what we want to do with that money, as long as it's towards our child or, you know, the pregnancy or something like that. It is just for necessities towards starting our family, and that is basically it. So once a month, I'm not going to share how much I make a month with my company, because that's obviously personal information. But basically, I put away 5 to 10% of what I make away into savings, whether that be for emergencies and anything like that. Plus, a portion of that goes towards the jar, where I put money away, of course, for our future children or our future child at this point. So we don't know, you know, in Alberta, we have Alberta Healthcare, so we have a healthcare system. So most of our healthcare is covered by the government, which we are pretty lucky. But if something happens that we absolutely need this, and for like prescriptions and that kind of thing, so when I do end up pregnant, I will be needing, of course, prenatal vitamins and stuff like that, and that has to come out of my pocket. So that money will be a little bit of backup for that, so it doesn't have to come out of the money that we use to pay our bills. So our phone bills and that kind of thing that we need, and our rent money. So we are basically putting money away to prepare. So we are trying for baby. We started a little bit before. Basically, when we first started saying that we wanted to start a family, before we were actually trying, is when we started putting money away so that we could work towards, okay, we have saved money, we are doing really well, we are going to work towards, and we will have money that we can have a baby and have a family, and hopefully we are looking into moving into a bigger place, because right now we are in a 1-bedroom basement suite. But the way we think of it right now, if we can't find something that we really, really love before we get pregnant or when we are pregnant, but what happens if it happens after we have the baby, it's not a big deal, because right away we have enough room in our bedroom for a baby. We don't need a big crib, because the baby won't be sleeping in a crib for the first little while anyway. We can have a newborn baby, bring it home, and then really look into what we want, because we want to make sure that it's what we want to rent, or eventually we want to, of course, buy a house, but we have to move into a rental that has at least 2 bedrooms and hopefully a little bit of a yard or something, just so we can have that extra outlet for living. So basically, that is what we are doing. More so on my part, I've been eating healthier, drinking more water. Putting money away is a major thing, because you want to make sure that you're prepared for when you do become pregnant or have a child. It's not going to be a major surprise and, oh crap, we never thought about the money issue. We have been definitely thinking about it and putting money towards that. So that is definitely something that we have done. Ryan and I have been picking out baby names. You know, we're just kind of dreaming at this point of when we do get pregnant. It's less that we have to worry about when I am pregnant and that kind of thing. The other thing that I have been doing is I struggle from anxiety, and I think mostly the worst of it was when I was on birth control. My anxiety really came out and basically punched me in the face. I've always struggled with anxiety, but once I was on birth control, I felt like I was on birth control for 2 years. I felt like my anxiety was basically punching me in the face every single day. Again, now that I'm off birth control, my anxiety hasn't been as bad, but I know anxiety is always going to be there for me. It's just now I'm learning how to control it, and I take a breath, and I don't let it get to me as much as I did before, and I don't let it bug me. So I've been trying to live a healthier, mindset as well. I've been trying not to let the littlest things bug me, because that's what anxiety does. And you ask a question and they don't give you an answer, and then your mind just overthinks everything. I've been trying really hard, not to, and the eating healthy and drinking more water has definitely been a big, huge helping factor. Within that, it has really helped me. Having Ryan as a major support and my family as a major support has been absolutely incredible through this. They're all supportive of us starting a family, and I cannot be more grateful and more thankful for that. I have amazing family and friends and that kind of thing, and it makes me, again, so grateful, because it helps so much through this process of us really wanting to start a family. Again, we've talked about this for a long time, and it is something that we've been wanting for a while. So I think that is all for this video. It's kind of, I don't know, maybe it's all over the place for you guys, but it is really something that I want to get out and share, that I could look back at, a year from now, or even 5 months from now, or 3 months from now, and look back and say, hey, I was at that place then, and now I'm here, and I just can't believe that I was at that place, and now I'm, like, in this amazing, amazing place that's so much more, and I've grown so much as a person and been able to do so many things. It's been really grateful, and I love making these videos because, of course, I do work from home, and it gives me an outlet to talk to you guys and get my feelings out, because working from home, you don't get to associate with a lot of people, and I'm not a very outgoing person. I'm more reserved and more at-home person. I don't do good in crowds, so I guess this is kind of my way of being the outgoing person in a crowd, if that makes sense. But anyways, I think that is all for today's video. If you guys really enjoy it, please leave those thumbs up and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And don't forget to check out all of our other videos. More will be coming soon. I'm trying to figure out an uploading schedule, whether it be every single day with some sit-down, some vlogs. I'm not exactly sure, but I am getting it figured out. Some weeks I might post every single day. Some weeks I might post maybe twice a week. I don't know what's happening. But again, if you guys really enjoy, please leave those thumbs up and subscribe, and comment down below what you guys have done to increase your chances of becoming pregnant and conceiving, or what things you guys have done to make yourself healthier when you did find out you were pregnant, and that kind of thing. I'd really like to hear from you guys. Or if you just want to talk, go ahead. As well as follow me on all of my social media, my Instagram, Twitter. I think that's all I have. And I'm active on basically both of those. Instagram, I don't post as much, but definitely Twitter is like an everyday posting platform for me. So yeah, again, Ryan doesn't have any social media, so he's kind of old school, but there's nothing wrong with that. Again, I really hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave those thumbs up and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and I love you guys. See you guys later in our next video, or tomorrow, or whenever you guys see me. Bye. Love ya.